Arnold Vaatz is one of the last former East German human rights activists in the German parliament. He calls himself a necessary relic. Others call him an outspoken admonisher.
Allow me to remark that I regret that in this 20th year of German reunification, we're entering the first year in which, apart from the Chancellor, there's not a single representative, no other person at ministerial level from the former East Germany.
Vaatz has been a member of the CDU since 1990. Unlike Angela Merkel, he is not out to conciliate. He is known for being unrelenting about his principles, for saying what he thinks, and for taking the consequences. Which is why he didn't hesitate when he led the storming of the Stasi prison in Dresden 20 years ago. Today, he recalls the joy over the successful revolt, but he also remembers the earlier period when he was locked up in another East German prison. But he says he doesn't like to talk about that.
I've gotten over it. I managed to stay healthy, no physical injuries. I've dealt with all the things I had to endure, and I'm finished with it.
In the East German city of Dresden in the autumn of 1989, as spokesman for the Neues Forum, Arnold Vaatz could see that the country was heading for a turning point.
There was this fear that if we didn't watch out and stay on board, then this ship could run against a reef and cause suffering to hundreds of thousands. For the simple reason that chaos would break out and the simple mechanisms of life wouldn't function anymore. That fear was what prompted me to do everything to ensure that this revolution of 1989 was a success.
When West German Chancellor Helmut Kohl visited Dresden in late 1989, it became clear to Vaatz that Kohl was the only man who could bring about reunification, and that he himself would only be able to influence things if he joined a West German political party. Vaatz left the Neues Forum and joined the CDU. He became head of the state chancellery in Saxony's first freely elected parliament. In 1990, there was a lot of reconstruction to be done in East Germany. Dresden's Church of Our Lady was still in ruins. In the new era after reunification, it was reconstructed, an example of the blossoming landscapes Kohl had promised East Germans. For the former dissident Arnold Vaatz, Dresden is a success story. But Vaatz has spent most of his political life in Berlin, where he's tried to make reunification a success for all citizens. When he first joined the Bundestag, there were many former East German activists in parliament, in all parties. But they've dwindled to a mere handful.
You could say I'm a relic of that time in politics. I'm glad I have the chance to be one, because the viewpoint of those who saw communist East Germany as a threat to themselves and who would never permit such conditions to recur are also vital for democracy.
CDU MPs from the former East are especially keen to see Arnold Vaatz in parliament. Last month, they re-elected him as their spokesman with 95% of votes in his favor.